Konnichiwa. Today's daily devotional is for Wednesday, July the 22nd, 2020, and it's called Starvation Causes Confusion and Robs You of a Sweet Conclusion. And I'm going to start with Genesis 43:34. Portions were taken to them from Joseph's table, but Benjamin's portion was 5 times as much as any of theirs, and they drank and were merry with him. Okay? When I was a teenager, I was a savage, and a few times went into the Pizza Hut in Valdosta, Georgia with a few of my friends and walked out without even paying, okay? All right, I would like to tell you I was influenced by them, but I was the ringleader and the biggest eater, and that's that, all right? All right, however, they didn't protest it though, and they was always down to go. Okay, I'm not gonna call any names. You know who you are. All right. So, anywho, I was always hungry, and when I would, we were hanging out, I would get hangry. You know what I mean, guys? I get really, really hangry. And though we didn't have any money, they said we gotta feed her. Okay, so they were sick of me, all right? Okay, so, but my debt was repaid when one day this guy from Adel that I had met at the skating rink, he took me on a date there, and he was astonished that little old me, okay, had demolished a whole entire super-sized supreme pizza except for the slice that he had eaten, okay? And I also had extra cheese, okay? All right, so he paid the bill, and he even left the waitress a big fat tip, okay? All right, before we had to dip, all right? Okay, so God, please, please forgive me. Please, Lord, okay? Because back then I knew Jesus had paid the price with his life for me, and I still didn't make you my priority, all right? But when my mom always shook her head and said, like, you always watch over fools and babies, I knew she was talking about me, all right? Elmo, enough, let's move on. That brings me to Proverbs 25:27-28. It is not good to eat much honey, nor is it glorious to seek one's own glory. A man without self-control is like a city broken into the left without walls. Okay? Into and left without walls. I'm sorry, guys. All right? So I, like all of you, have been seeing all the protests on my television set, but I, being a foodie, being the foodie that I am, and that's always hungry, like I told you guys, I'm impressed at these protesters' endurance. How do they do it, I even said to my daughter, if I didn't think I would faint from, not wanting to eat every 30 minutes, I would do my best to be at every single protest events, okay? At all of them, all right? And so then at the end of May, a lot of people started looting, all right? And while looting is wrong, okay, one young lady in Seattle had her eye on something really sweet to eat, and empty-handedly walked into Cheesecake Factory and walked out with a handful of an entire cheesecake topped with strawberries. Oh, she couldn't resist, all right? When I saw that, I immediately said, somebody gets me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow. Okay, so no damage was done here, folks, okay? Please, my friends, just listen. She didn't mean anything because she needed to eat during all of that protesting. And who's to say that she didn't leave a cash payment on the table for the waitress to pick up when she's able, okay? All right, I would like to think she did because she seems to be walking out peacefully, and savagery was not her priority. No, couldn't have been, all right? All right, so this tells me she also was a peaceful protester. So God bless her, all right? And may she continue with her peaceful protest so we can all get an equal piece of the pie, all right? And may each of you, pretty please, with a cherry on top, do your part to make this hatred and racism stop. And remember, every cop is not a bad cop. All right? Before I show you my power thought, there's my girl. That's her priority, sweetness, okay? All right? Sweetness and peacefulness, okay? Power thought. Thou shalt not rob your flesh of proper nutrients while solving a problem, just as our sweet Savior didn't while being a triumphant in Jerusalem. Love you guys. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Mwah.